Are very scary in this movie.
Doing my job.
In a very, very creepy, delicious way. In fact, Francis Lawrence, the director, said that you have been at sort of a 9 in terms of evil, and by the time we get through this movie and the next, that you are at an 11. How is that for you, ratcheting it up?
I think he's a really good guy. I really do. He's
President
a bureaucrat.
Snow.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
misunderstood.
Yeah. I mean, Francis is a very good guy, but President Snow, he's not misunderstood. He runs a totalitarian state. He's an oligarch. You know, we have them here.
Yeah, true. In the film, you're head-to-head with Katniss, the one and only Jennifer Lawrence. Talk to us about the experience working with her on this, the 3rd film installment.
It's just been a continuum, the same from the very beginning. She's a genius, the child. She's a genius. She culls the truth from inside herself and delivers it, and that's why, you know, I mean, Suzanne Collins wrote a wonderful series of books, but Jennifer was able to capture the truth of it and deliver it. It's fantastic. And
in a recent interview, you said that you pretty much lobbied for the role of President Snow.
I don't think that actually expresses it. I asked for it, but I didn't lobby. I mean, my agents sneak me scripts from time to time because I like to read them, and they sent me this one, and I just wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to end my life being part of something that I thought would maybe catalyze and revolutionize young people, because they have been so dormant. And you know, this election, it was the lowest voter representation in 72 years. Right. Young people have to get out. You have to get out and change things. You really do. And it's up to you. We've wrecked this world, and if you're going to fix it, you've got to do it now.
And do you feel like you're in playing this character? Is that it? I don't know. Does it move you in some way that you will miss deeply as we move toward the last installment?
You mean working with Jennifer, working with Francis?
No, and we're becoming President Snow,
Nina Jacobson, who said that
reading these lines.
This is a call to arms. Yeah, of course it did. But I will, if I can just see young people catalyzed and going to the voting booths and having some kind of a revolutionary movement, not an armed revolutionary movement, but a revolutionary movement that'll change things up.
President Snow has spoken, so listen up, everybody. And the film is terrific. Donald Sutherland, thank you so much for being with us. Always a pleasure. Everybody, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1 opens nationwide next Friday. That's November 21st. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Donald Sutherland, the beloved actor who starred in scores of films from the Dirty Dozen, MASH, Klute to Animal Houseand Ordinary People to Pride and Prejudice, the Hunger Games franchise, and of course so many other movies. The man who won an Emmy for Citizen X actually passed away. That was on Thursday in Miami after a long illness. He was just 88 years old. The 2017 Honorary Oscar recipient also is the father of the Emmy-winning 24 and designated survivor actor, that is Kiefer Sutherland, and veteran CAA Media Finance executive, that is Roeg Sutherland. You know, CAA confirmed the news to the reporters, and of course on Instagram they came out and released a touching and heartbreaking statement, you know, announcing his passing on. In some of his most well-known roles and works, you can happen to look at, he's a man who actually performed and perfected the laconic and of course dead serious delivery as such characters as the cool-headed amateur in the movie that was, you know, that was into the investigation of John Klute opposite Jane Fonda's terrified erratic call girl Bree Daniels. You know, in Klute, of course, as Hawkeye Pierce in that film Marsh, where he played opposite Elliott Gould's cut-up trapper. You know, these are movies, by the way, you should look them up. You know, they are really interesting, really very top class movies. You shouldn't miss the opportunity to watch them, you know, in support of the family and of course in support and remembering the huge works the legend that is Donald Sutherland actually did. He was born on 17th, that was in 1935, in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. And Donald Sutherland amazed some, close to, by the way, some people say 200, others are saying 250 movies, TV credits, in a period that spanned for close to 60 years. I repeat, 60 years. It's really unprecedented and very, very rare for a person to be in one craft, in one field for so many years. By the way, you can also remember him in the Avengers, Court Martial, and of course the Old Man, to last year's Paramount Plus drama Buzz Reeves. His big break in movies, came with Robert Aldrich's star-packed 1967 World War II drama The Dirty Dozen, playing Venom Pinkley. It's also one of those movies. You can look them up, and it's really very, very good. By the way, it was even a hit in theaters, and it remains a seminal American war movie. He's survived by his recently married wife, and of course he had a couple of children, and the legendary actor actually has a couple of grandchildren. And in this moment in time, as we are mourning and also remember his huge works within Hollywood, we are sending our deepest condolences to the family, friends, the fans, and everyone globally who knew and loved Donald. Rest in power, the King, Donald Sutherland.